So you never know how you're going to be able to describe, you know, this process. And watching my father, even though they were instructing me from all of their years of um, expertise in hospice care, that certain things showed signs of pain, but the patient couldn't tell you. So in my personal case, watching Harley, we had our trial run. Her and I have both had our trial runs with THC. And and I knew that was going to be our highway to heaven. Totally, totally. I just knew it. So when Harley went down, it was only 2 full droppers, and I'm operating at 6 right now. And I'm starting to feel a little bit of relief. She's finally calmed down. She's not pacing, but she keeps laying on top of me. I haven't slept much. And then when I did, this darkness that I saw, that these dark figures that tried to scare me, and I wasn't scared of them. And then she woke me up. So I think that was a test of what's yet to come. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure what he's planning. But she woke me up. She was sleeping beside me with, in fact, her head was on top of my hand. Well, the more THC that I have, my feelings are changing. She feels different to me now. It's really interesting. Um, so throughout this whole journey, I've just seen progressions like Harley. So I knew when 2 took her out, if I went past 6, I was getting a lot closer than I thought, because I've already gone up to 6 before, and I'm still here. So, um, you just, I just think this is a better way to go. You're alert, you're still functioning. I mean, you're obviously not highly functioning, but you can still communicate, and you still have your own brain intact. Now, I don't know if this is going to be for every single person on earth. Well, what do you got to lose? It is a way better way to live than to sit there like I did and watch my dad be skin and bones. Because I let man tell me that, ever since I hopped on this journey of illness, I just called them hiccups because hiccups make me laugh. I'm doing everything I can to stop or change or whatever. And finding Dr. Lonnie Herman was the greatest gift on earth. And then the tooth genie. Oh my goodness, that little Russian. But all of the stepping stones that lead you to that place, and it was unreal. Here I am, I'm homeless. I was, thrown out into the street. Then when I really understand scripture and say, well, nobody's really homeless, and their eternal resting place is in heaven. And I said, exactly. Oh, might as well pave the way. I've always had my light going. No matter what, I do my best. But Watching Harley for that whole week that she went lifeless was the greatest gift on earth. Because I got a whole nother 7 days. And I had a Harley Goes to Heaven party every day she was here. And the airplanes flew over, and I said, "There's another flyover." So Hannah knows. She's like, I go, "There's another high flyover for Mama. There's another flyover for Mama." So, when you reach this fork in the road, you just realize how broken this world has become, how greed-filled, lustful, so sinful. And here I am, one person, as sick as I am, still trying to give a piece of my heart to somebody else that needs it more than I do. And there's I'm missing a magazine. I'm not sure if I said this in one of my videos or if it was one of my, like, sometimes I like talk out loud to hear what I'm wanting to record, and then I'll record it. But I don't do it very often. There's just every once in a while, or I'll make notes and then I'll take my notes and then make it into a video. And I've got tons of that stuff still that isn't even uploaded. I've got so much on all my thoughts from this whole journey in life of learning constantly. And wonder, in each person's life across the globe, who are those that have softened hearts and have seen the light, and what happened to you that don't think he's here to help. I'm proving to science that holistic is the way to go. Holistic, it's God's medicine. And we should be able to freely grow all of this stuff. All of it. Not just what you control. We should be able to grow it. What a wonderful world it would be. Enough with the darkness. I just, and I heard the one place on earth I've always wanted to go is France. And then to think that they have this thing, contraption, whatever. I mean, anything's possible if you want to believe it. But it just broke my heart because I've met lots of people from France that are super duper wonderful. But I met one in particular whom I loved that deceived me just like the others, and then laced up the running shoes and ran. Everybody has to take that time of atonement and understand what you've done and what you haven't done, especially what you've done to others. What's interesting is if you think about some of those bullies that were in high school that bullied you, look at their life compared to your life and see how justice was served. That's usually is justice. I've seen it time and time again. It's unbelievable when you really look at the world and see it through the eyes of other people. I saw that. I saw it every time I went out to eat. I could listen to their conversation, look at them, see their body language, and understand what was true and factual and what wasn't, and learned a ton about places all over the world without even going, without reading a book. So that little bit of information I take and Oh my gosh, talk about having the library at your fingertips. It's just like a dream come true for me. Hallelujah. And I can have it anytime, anywhere I want. Yippee! And I finally just got tired of writing. So I've been taking notes on my cell phone. That's potentially about to be shut off. I asked my father if he could help out because, I'm not working. And my last valuable asset is the Jeep. I've got money more to deposit, but that all needs to go to housing. We have food here, so we don't need anything else. I mean, I can't drive, so I can't do anything with the Jeep anyway. The insurance is paid for the year. So I just asked my dad, you know what? It's due on the 30th. Could you help out? Maybe with some of your winnings from the casino? Just a thought. So far that hasn't happened. So if his phone gets shut off, as well it might, it's going to be why. And of course that's why mine will be shut off as well. I was like, are you seriously kidding me? You can win money at the casino, but you cannot help pay the phone bill. I don't understand. I don't understand where the disconnect came with humans. I love my poopsie a lot. But this really broke my heart that he just couldn't get it. I've asked for nothing. Is that too much to ask? A girl to her stepdad that walked into a role and adopted us and raised us as his own? I'm just saying, that's reality, people. And once you finally come to terms with it, and you're like, well, all right. It is such a much easier place to live. They treat you like a princess until they don't. I'm strong enough to defend my own honor. Always have been, always will be. And that's why with this tyrant regime, I got nothing to lose because I know where I'm headed. I'm on a highway to heaven and they're on a highway to hell. Let's just be honest. They're all sitting up in their glass houses. But guess who's about? Throw that big rock. It is truly amazing when you sit back and you study the world and then see it in print on tax returns and then live a facet of it that's a huge, a humongous facet of our lives. The manipulating, brainwashing poison. Did I leave anything out? The problem is my brain doesn't work like most people's. So just when their algorithm catches up with my brain, I've already onto a whole nother subject 2 or 3 down the road. And it changes every day. My brain is a party all in its own because it is constantly going. So despite what's going on internally with me, and I can tell my breathing is changing, and to me, I sound like I'm normal. Maybe I am. I don't know. Um, but my ears feel like they're um, like I'm in an airplane. You know, where you need to get the, like, pop them, like you need to chew some gum. That's how my ears have felt. Um, but but the weight, I've just had this ongoing weight on my chest here. So I'm just keeping myself medicated, keeping on top of it, and I just get boutnesses of like nausea, but not vomiting. Um, this just needs to be recorded because I never took any of that, and my doctor has got recordings in October and in May, May, October and May. I tested positive to all three of their and didn't get any of them. Not one. Why would I? I had blood clots. I survived those. I don't want to put something in that's going to give me more. Well, thank you. And then Moderna, I tested positive to in December. So that one has been in my body the longest. Therefore, I believe that's the one has done the most damage to my body. Because my doctor is not traditional. He uses my body chemistry and formulates remedies based on my body chemistry to get the poisons that don't belong in it, that are stressing my body, just like my job did. I had no escape. So I just felt the need to share this journey as I go through it so that hospice understands the alternatives are endless. And this is a much better way to go. It was so nice to try and whip up something else for her to try one more time if this is the only time. I took a picture of our Last Supper. If it is, it is. I can't change that. I've done so much and I am frankly exhausted. Um, and to think I've had 6 full droppers and I'm not stoned isn't, I just, it tells you the amount of pain I'm in. When I get to the point where I'm like stoned, I can feel the difference. What's going on with my body is not anything I've ever experienced before. So that's what I watched with Harley. So watching it from my own self and then watching it from the hospice perspective with my father, this for me would be the one way I would want to go, is liquid THC. So you're still enjoying life up until your final pain, as pain-free as possible. And I only take enough where I know I need more. So if I can tolerate the pain, um, then I wait. But if it surges too much, too quick, I have to take 2 immediately. And that's every time I take it now, it's in 2s. It's not 1. 1 is not enough. And I'm almost to a 2, then add a 3rd one, just to alleviate the pain that I'm under. So I gave up my life to him, and he kept me here. And I've used I truly believe I've used up my lamp oil in the place that I need to do it, and they love me back the same. I am so blessed by all the gifts that he gave me ever since arriving in the Florida Keys, and even before that. Every gift he's given me along the way. But this paradise on earth, so I'm hopeful I'll have time by the pool and I'll at least be able to get to sunset. And I know if I can't physically walk there, Ed Ed already offered me a lift last night, and I wanted to walk. I said I'm not to that point yet, but might I might need that. So just keeping my options open. But I thought my shirt was fitting too. Mermaid smoke seaweed. Although I don't smoke it, I just take the liquid. Thank, thank the Lord it gets into my system faster. That's why I keep myself a little dehydrated. But then when I have to take another dose, which I think I'm gonna need, I'm trying not to, but just wait. Um, if I get myself a little dehydrated, it gets into my system faster, so it deadens the pain faster. So that was something else that I've discovered on my journey with using it as pain management. It is a gift from God, and it should not be illegal anywhere. Anybody should rightfully be able to grow it. And I'm living proof that I'm still going. Everybody said I was the Energizer Bunny, but I never had an e-stop button. I think my e-stop button is quickly approaching. I can just feel my whole body settling down. It's just a whole different feeling. It's nothing that I've ever experienced before. I I wish I could describe those dark images better, but I I couldn't. But the next round of them that are try to growl at me or whatnot, I'm just gonna say, shame on you. Were you raised like this? I mean, come now. Treat them just like a little kid. It's amazing when you treat people like children how they respond, because you get back to that inner child in them. Oh yeah, it's amazing how you get to that place when they're having a temper tantrum. You treat them like a child, they'll wake right up. They'll understand exactly what you're saying. Just something else I've learned along the way. It's a great tool to trade. It's really weird. I just feel like I'm like kind of gassy, but not, kind of heartburn, but not. But everything's just very mild, very calm. It's not surging like it was earlier. Oh my gosh, I was like, oh, sweet Lord in heaven, give me drugs. So, anywho, um, I just wanted to share those thoughts. Um, just thought they were important. Um, I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna have more. This is This is my second. Um, and who knows? Maybe there'll be a miracle. I don't know. I don't know how much. When do I go the other direction? I'm not going in. It's not like, I mean, I'm making myself pain free so I don't suffer. But I'm not completely pain free because it's interesting. I don't know why. I think because it's an interesting thought. I never thought about that till just right now. Hmm. Things that make you go, hmm. So anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I'm sure I've got more coming up. You know, because everything good happens in threes, right? But everything's better in 333. I don't know. So anyway, love to all bunches and bunches. Stay tuned.